The Scene is brought to you by Tex Mex Malta.
Good evening and welcome to The Scene, the only show in Malta to bring you the best of Malta. What's on, where to go, what to do and where to be seen.
Each week we're going to be bringing you the best venues, the most exciting events and having a look at what's coming up in the next 7 days. From festas to festivals, gigs to galleries, clubs to concerts.
We'll be taking a look at some of the most exclusive locations in Malta, whether you're an islander or just visiting.
And we'll be having a look at some of the activities you can get up to in Malta, from the obvious to the more obscure.
And finally, we'll be giving you an insider's guide to everything Maltese and how to make the most of the Maltese Islands.
So if you are looking to get the best out of your summer, this is the place to be seen. It's summer and it's very, very, very hot. It's the time of year when most people relax and kick back, and on this show, we're doing it in style.
That's right, today we're at Tex Mex with award-winning cocktail experts from the UK, Danny and Nick. They're going to be telling us about cocktails and taking part in our Ready, Steady, Cocktail challenge against some of Malta's best cocktail talent. Now, last time we were diving, Trudy.
Yeah.
This is much more my kind of water sport.
We'll also be getting the guys to create some cocktails with a Maltese twist, and they're going to be making our own signature drink cocktail.
Can't wait for that one. We'll be taking a look at the highlights so far this summer and also checking out what's still to come while it stays hot on the Maltese Islands.
And we're going to be launching yet another fabulous competition,
yes.
So stay tuned.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hi, Daniel Moss and Nick Lewis. Thank you ever so much for joining us today. A bit of a privilege because you're actually award-winning cocktail creators from the UK. What is that? What does that mean?
So we spend a lot of time developing drinks for menus and for bars, working on cocktails, working on new recipes.
We also enter and judge competitions, and we train a heck of a lot of bartenders to the highest possible standards.
So you're award-winning cocktail makers?
I've won a couple of competitions.
I've judged a couple, yes.
You haven't judged the ones that she's won? No. That'd be a little bit of cheating. So listen, question for you. Cocktails, this summer. Is this the thing to be drinking? Because it's very, very hot right now. So why would I be wanting to be drinking a cocktail?
Well, cocktails were created originally back in the 1800s in the south of America. So we're a very hot, very sticky, very sunny part of the world, and just they're perfect for that. Very refreshing, very cleansing, and great flavours.
I had no idea that they were from the States and that they were that old. What were in cocktails back then?
Very originally, basically just ice, spirits, and spittle.
Okay.
But as they evolved, more and more weird and wonderful ingredients got involved, more fruits, more flavours.
Fantastic. And so here's a question for you. When you sit down, you're talking about before about coming up with cocktail ideas and creating cocktails. How on earth do you do that?
Generally, I start with a theme and I pick my base spirit, and then I really think about the ingredients I'm starting with and I build on them and I try and complement them.
Yeah, there are two ways. You start at the end or you start at the beginning, and you need to have a clear idea of what you want. So if you want a very refreshing fruity drink, you start there. If you want something that works well with whiskey, you start there. It depends what your aim is.
Bit of a loaded question, because I'm actually going to ask you if you would mind making some cocktails for us with a bit of a Maltese twist.
Definitely, I'd love to try that.
Brilliant. Let's have it go.
Here with Marco, owner of Tex Mex. Hello, mate.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Okay, thanks.
How's your summer been so far?
Crazy.
Yes,
crazy
yes,
and
yes.
hot.
Thank you for allowing us to come into Tex Mex. Cocktail competition later. You're going to be one of our judges, right?
Yeah, I have to taste them.
Yes, so do I. I'm hoping to be a judge. You're a cocktail fan, aren't you?
I am.
Great stuff. We're looking forward to it a little bit later.
Sure.
Cheers.
Thanks. Yes.
Danny, I'm very excited because you've come up with something special for the Maltese Islands here. Tell me about it. What have we got here?
Well, this is going to be a classic cocktail.
Okay.
Called the Bee's Knees.
Right, sounds good.
Yeah, Prohibition-era cocktail using gin, lemon and honey. Like we said earlier, nice and simple.
Yeah, okay. So it's a traditional cocktail but with a Maltese twist. I guess the honey is the Maltese element.
Yeah, we're using Maltese honey, which should give it a lovely flavour.
Fantastic. You mentioned the cocktail's a Prohibition-era cocktail. Prohibition to me means alcohol is illegal, but we're talking about mixing drinks and making cocktails.
Although it was illegal, people
still drank, right, okay.
And this is from around those times. So I'm just squeezing in a whole fresh lemon.
So what would this be equivalent to that I would know of?
Nothing really. I mean, this was one of the first cocktails to use a non-sugar sweetener, so it's quite unique.
Okay, so you've got the lemon in there, you've got the honey in there.
Yeah, I made up a honey water, 50-50 of the two.
Okay.
Just because it's easier to pour and it doesn't get stuck to the glass.
Right, sure.
Normal honey.
Yeah, and of course I guess honey would get quite thick with the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Give it a good shake, not stirred.
No.
Like James Bond.
You're not James Bond. So, cheekily, here's a glass I prepared earlier.
Oh, look at this. That's one huge lemon that's been massacred.
It is.
Fantastic, look at that. Served in a martini glass.
Indeed. Straight up.
Very nice.
All right. Here you go.
Can I try some of it?
You certainly can. It's all yours.
Thank you
Enjoy.
very much. Thank you. And I'm being serious. That's delicious.
Simple as that.
Thank you.
So Nick, you're going to make us a twist, a Maltese twist on a cocktail for us. What are we looking at and what are we going to do?
I am, yes. So since I've been here, I've fallen in love with this carob liqueur. I love the flavours from it. And
Okay.
it really inspired me to do a twist on a London drink called a bramble. So, a bramble would normally be made with gin, but we're going to use a whiskey here.
Okay.
American whiskey, just the flavours work so well with the carob, the woods, and what have you. So we're putting in a nice double measure of this. This is going to be a strong one.
Okay. Wow, yes, that is a strong drink.
Yes, it's going to be, there's plenty of booze in this one, so you would need to be careful with it over a night.
Fair enough. What's this we've got here?
This is sour mix, so it's essentially just a mix of lemon juice, lime juice and sugar. It just gives us the perfect balance for a drink. So again, equal amounts of that too. So a nice double shot
Okay,
there.
brilliant.
So there is that. And we then just going to take some crushed ice, so just normal ice, beaten up into as fine an ice as possible.
Now, carob syrup is a local, carobs are local, and of course they're kind of the Maltese substitute for chocolate. And that's why you're using that in the drink today.
Exactly, yes. Those chocolate flavours just work really, really well. So just a little bit of this on top.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And it will bleed down and give you that
Look at
flavour.
that. Okay, I need to try it. I need to try it.
So you sip from the glass.
Okay.
Just be careful. not
Thank
to
you
spill it
very
down.
much. Thank you very much indeed. Mmm. Wow. Hang on a second. I'm tasting coffee. Why am I tasting coffee?
So coffee and chocolate are actually very similar flavours.
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, they work very similarly on the tongue.
Okay.
So sometimes when you use chocolate in a drink, it will pretend to be coffee, and vice versa. If you use coffee liqueur, it will act like chocolate.
So this is somewhere in between.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Excellent.
So Danny, we're still talking Maltese twist on cocktails. I'm quite excited because you have Kinney, which is obviously a famous Maltese soft drink. I'm not the world's biggest fan. I'm hoping you're going to make it exciting for me today.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
I'm turning an Italian classic into what I hope will be a Maltese classic.
Okay. Because Kinney's like a bitter orange, right?
It is indeed, yes. And I'm using that bitter herbal orange flavour and replacing the original note, which
Right.
is in a Negroni,
Right.
and replacing it with Kinney.
Okay, so it's kind of an aperitivo
It is indeed,
type. Oh,
definitely.
see, I know my stuff
You
now.
do indeed. Plenty of drinking for you.
Yes, practice is what it's been. Okay, so you got, I would call this a red wine glass. You would have a more professional name for it.
Generally a spritz glass.
Spritz glass, ice, gin.
Yep.
Okay.
Always want plenty of ice in cocktails.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Tell me, what's this?
This is sweet vermouth.
Sweet vermouth, fantastic. Okay, so the main alcohol in this is gin. Sweet between and the vermouth. And then here goes the Kinney.
Here goes the Kinney.
It's so exciting.
And I'm just topping it up to make 10 and a Negroni into a sort of longer, more refreshing summer drink.
So it's, like you say, it's a bit like a spritz.
Yeah, it's kind of a cross between a spritz and a Negroni.
And would you garnish this with the orange or just...
Certainly, just a classic orange wheel on there.
Yes. Can I try?
You certainly can. Hopefully the Kinney won't put you off.
No, exactly. For the first time, I may enjoy Kinney. That is spot on.
Yeah,
Thank you
nice and
very much.
refreshing.
So we are doing a cocktail special today and we're going to have a bit of fun. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We've got again Nick, Danny, Manet and Milda, and guess what? We're going to be pitching you against each other in a ready, steady
Tail.
competition. Are you ready for it? So, what's the rules?
So guys, we've got a range of ingredients in front of you. You've got 4 minutes to make a drink from only using these ingredients. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. Ready, steady, cocktail. So 4 minutes is over. Nick, Danny, what have you come up with here? Tell me about this drink.
So this is a prickly pear and melon gin Ricky.
Right, okay.
Team UK, so we went straight for the gin.
Gin, yeah, I'm sure.
That Maltese element with the prickly pear jam and the melon.
So gin, prickly pear, jam, and melon.
A little bit of soda on top, just to...
I'm going to leave it up to the judges to decide which is best, but it sounds awesome. Thank you very much. Moving over. Mania, Milda, how are you guys? Tell me about this drink here.
Well, it's a purple rain.
It's a what?
Purple rain.
Okay.
As you can see, it's all the cocktail. It's purple, but it's
Yeah, absolutely. It looks really great in colour. What's inside the drink? Tell me.
we had some vodka, some tequila, sour mix, a bit of blue curacao and grenadine on top, just for the
Fantastic. It looks amazing.
refreshing.
Okay, great. Well, it looks amazing, and we'll leave it up to the judges to see which is best.
So, Marco, it's down to you. You're the judge. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we have, this is called a what? Purple rain. Okay, a purple rain. This is the first one, and we've got this one here. Okay, how it tastes? Tell me what you think.
Well, this is a classic, and I love it. Seeing it's a vodka-based cocktail. But everybody knows gin is all the rage. Not my favorite, but I'm going to taste it.
What do you think? What do you think?
I could hardly tell that gin is in there, to
Really?
be honest. Really, and I'm not a gin drinker.
Okay, well, it comes down to you. You're going to decide which of the teams has won the competition. But bear in mind, you can't be biased and go for your own team.
You know, this is really difficult. If it was in my own team and your guys, I know what I decide. But fair is fair, and I'm going to call it a draw.
Oh! Well done, guys. Thank you very much indeed. Woohoo!
So, guys, I'm a massive fan of cocktails and general evening beverages.
Who isn't?
Right? But, you know, I tend to go to the bar to seek the expertise of people like you in order to have a drink that I enjoy. Tell me, what makes a good cocktail? Is there a rule to this, or is it just a case of mixing and experimenting?
I mean, there are no unbreakable rules in cocktails, but generally simple is best. If you go over complicated, it won't help.
Right.
And you want a kind of a combo of strong, sweet, and sour.
Those are the 3 kind of taste identifiers. See, I'm trying to be professional now.
Well done.
Yeah, it's about balancing those. If one of those dominates, then the drink's not going to taste great.
I guess it's like cooking.
Exactly. Certain flavours go well with other flavours, and you want to have a clear idea of what you want to the end. If you've got too many flavours going on, they just muddy each other.
Right.
It gets confusing.
Well, it kind of leads on to my next question. What makes a bad cocktail? You said too many ingredients, too complicated would be a bad thing to do.
Absolutely. Badly balanced, too much going on. A bad idea as
Yeah.
well. There are such things as bad ideas.
Yeah. When people order drinks from you and you have to come up with something, if I was ordering a drink, I'd start with what flavours I wanted to taste. Right, so that's where you would start, is it?
Yeah, or what spirits you like the best.
Yes, of course. What about the appearance? Because we've got 2 cocktails here that you've made just randomly. One is our signature drink now for the show, the scene. What's this one here?
This is a strawberry margarita.
Right, so they look amazing. Is that obviously a key part in cocktail making? Because a bad-looking drink might also taste bad?
Definitely. The first sip is with your eyes.
Yeah,
as they
absolutely.
say. And you've got so much colour to play with. So you've got real fruits, flavours to deal with, great colours. They can look very attractive.
Cocktails also tend to kind of hide the alcohol a little bit, don't they? Which is always a positive, I find.
But for danger.
Exactly. Thanks, guys.
So we've got some of the best cocktail artists from the UK here for us, and they are going to make not just us, but also Tex-Mex, some signature drinks. And you know what they've done? They've let Paul behind the bar.
Indeed they have, and it could be the worst decision they ever made. But Nick, you're going to teach me how to make the signature drink for the show, which is called the Scene.
Yes, it is. Yes, so it's a fun little tequila drink, a little bit of Maltese honey in there.
Okay.
Just hopefully a delicious.
Great stuff. Great
try.
stuff.
So we'll start off with the tequila.
Right.
So we'll have a shot and a half.
So we've got the shot glass here.
The shot glass.
Shot and a half.
So
I can
into
do
the
that.
clear glass part. I prefer the glass. It just lets you see what you're doing.
Right,
rather
as
than hiding it in
opposed
the
to
back.
mixing it into the shaker. Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
shot and a
move
half
this
of
one
gin.
out of the way. Tequila.
Tequila. Sorry.
Not gin.
Tequila.
Then it's a half a shot of the blue curacao.
Half a shot of blue curacao.
Any blue drink is always a good laugh.
Okay. Adds a
Blue,
bit of colour.
It's entirely
Anything
it's-
blue is a
anything
good
blue.
laugh.
Blue is a good laugh.
Often, old VHSs. What else?
So we want to squeeze a whole lime into there. So cut the
Okay.
lime in
I
half
just do
for
this
you
with
there.
my hand.
Yeah, just
so.
squeeze it out.
What about? I haven't washed my hands. Is that good?
It adds a little bit of protein.
It's only Trudy going to drink this, so it doesn't matter. Half a lime.
No, the whole lime.
Oh, the whole
Both
lime.
halves.
Okay,
Both
great.
halves. We want to get that balance right. Get that sour
Yep,
element in there.
absolutely.
Any seeds that go in there, they'll
So
get
this
straight out at the end. So-
this works with the tequila, right? Because
Yes.
it kind of evens out the flavour a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. The limes are indigenous to Mexico as well, so they don't
Right.
have lemons, they use limes.
Of course, indeed.
Cool. Then a little bit of the
We're
Maltese-
learning and drinking.
little bit of the delicious Maltese honey.
Okay,
so
fantastic.
just a half shot of
Right.
that
Okay.
there.
Half shot. So this is quite thick, honey.
It is quite thick. We're going to give it a little bit of a stir just to sort
Okay.
that out.
Half a shot of honey. We can do that.
So it might
here
take
we
a
go.
little bit of time. I'll tell you what. Let's just
Yep. Go on.
scoop
Go on.
it out a little bit. Just get
See, this is
all
the,
that we
this
can
is the
out
technical
of
way.
there. And then just
Okay.
give it a bit of a stir
Bit of
with
a
that
stir.
straw.
No problem.
Now I hear that you have a little bit of experience rimming.
Rimming.
We're going to be rimming the glass.
I love a bit of rimming.
We're going to be rimming the glass with salt. It just gives a good balance, like with a margarita. You have
Right.
that salt.
By rimming,
that
you
salt.
mean adding salt to the rim of
I
the
do,
glass.
I do.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
So we have our salt rim here.
Oh, okay,
Sugar
so-
on top for some drinks, and salt.
So
on
do I
the
need to
bottom.
wet this at all, or?
You do. I have a lime wedge here, so you just want to rub it around the outside only.
Around
you
the
don't want
outs-
salt on the inside.
Okay, so yep, round the outside.
Perfect. Just
Is
about
that right?
a centimetre down, and then roll it through the salt, sort of around outside if you can.
Rimming.
And there you go, an expert rimmer.
There we go.
So just give it a bit of a yep, perfect.
Okay.
And we are now going to shake our drink. So you want
Right.
to take the ice that we have here and put it into the metal half of your shaker.
How much ice do I need to put
As
in
much
here?
as you
Nick?
can get in there, really. The more ice you have, the more control you have over the dilution.
Okay, great. Something like this.
That looks perfect.
Do you want some ice, dear?
I would love that.
Okay, there we go. See, I could work here.
Well done, well
Thank you,
done.
thank you. This is very
Well,
complicated.
let's see how you shake before we start giving you a job.
Okay,
'Cause,
okay.
This is where and then you pour this into here.
Pour this into
And
here.
splash the glass on top. Give it a good. There you go. Nice.
Right,
Now,
and then-
shake it. Shake it like a man. Come on, shake it as hard as you can.
Take it like a Polaroid picture. Like a dance.
Are you feeling it cold on the outside?
Yeah, it's very
Yep,
cold.
Awesome. So now we're going to try the real technique. Where it is joined together, you need to give it a good slap.
Okay.
Split it up. So, cool.
Is that good?
Wait.
There we go. Thank you.
Awesome. So
I'm used to
we
it.
are now going to straight this into the glass here. The
Right.
reason we straight is to keep the ice in there because we don't want the ice in the glass.
Because we already have ice in the glass,
already have
right?
ice
okay.
there. So we don't want to use the ice twice. So here's the
Okay,
strainer.
here's the
It
strainer.
fits
So this goes
perfectly
on
top.
here.
Perfect. You've done this.
I've seen it done. And like this?
And pour away, yeah.
Okay. Now this is where we find out if we did the right amount. All of it?
All of it. Otherwise, you keep an alcohol back and not give you
It's just,
Trudy, and that
don't
doesn't seem
waste
fair at all.
alcohol, absolutely.
Awesome. I'm just going to add a little lime wedge to the edge, partly because it makes it look pretty,
Garnish.
and partly because if you don't want that salt, you could just spread it round
And
it
just
cleans the salt
remove
off.
the salt. And we're done.
And
What
we're
about
done.
straws? What kind of straws do we
With a glass like this, you don't put a straw in it, it presents the smell to you as you drink, and it's all part of the experience.
The scene. So, Danny, I am obviously now fundamentally an expert at making
course.
the scene. Did you see my rimming skills?
Excellent
And
rimming technique.
my slapping skills?
Very
Two things
good.
I'm very proud of. Behind me, you were making this. What's this? Tell me about it.
This is the Tex Mex special that
Right.
we've made today.
Okay.
It's a tequila, vanilla, and passion fruit spicy drink.
Ooh.
So it's got the Frank's
So it's
hot
tequila
sauce in
like
there.
this. Right, okay, sorry, hot sauce.
Yeah. I'm just going to top it off now with a little passion fruit liqueur.
Ooh,
Give it a
yeah.
burst of colour and sweetness.
That looks great.
And there we go.
And is this cucumber or lime in here?
It's lime, little lime wheels.
Could cucumber work, or is that just idiotic?
It's a bit weird.
So guys, wow, amazing, fantastic. We have our own privately, totally made for us signature drink.
Mine's the best. well, I'll let you know soon, okay?
That's it. They let him in behind the bar, I can't believe it. Okay, so first up, this one is for you. This is your signature drink. I'm curious, but go and have a taste.
We're hoping this is going to find its way on our menu, so let's see. Oh.
Really? Is it that
Fine,
good?
yes,
Let me have a
great.
taste.
Strong.
Wow, that is
Red
nice.
bean, good.
That is really
This
nice. I have to say, I'm a little bit more excited about this one though, because this is for our TV show. Now I'm just going to move the salt out of the way because I'm not a big fan. And I put that there. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, try that. Try
I'm going to be honest.
you. Of course.
This is the scene and this is the Tex Mex, right?
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? No, there's no winner. Everyone's
They're
a
both
winner.
winners.
Everyone's a
Everyone's a
winner. Excellent.
So welcome back, and Trudy, we've now got our very own cocktail, house cocktail called The Scene.
Hey!
It's amazing.
Fantastic. And for your chance to try this, along with a 3-course dinner courtesy of today's hosts Tex Mex, just go onto our Facebook page for our great cocktail competition.
Absolutely, facebook.com/The Scene in Malta. All you have to do is tell us the name of your favourite cocktail for your chance to win a great night out here at Tex Mex.
All the T's and C's are on the page. Very best of luck.
So before we take a look at what's coming up this summer in the What's On Guide, let's take a look at the summer so far. Trudy, it has been epic and hot. Earth Garden, Marsabin Wine Festival, Pasha at Aria, Farsons Beer Festival, to name just a few.
And we've also interviewed international artists from all over the place. Stomp from the Malta International Arts Festival and from the Sleemer Arts Festival, including a whole bunch more.
Absolutely. Now, there's loads still to come, but before we take a look at that, let's take a look back at how it's been so far. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with Maxine Hardcastle. How are you feeling for tonight's gig?
Very excited. This year it was a special year for Tribali.
Stomp to me, I mean, my definition of it, I always look upon Stomp as being like a celebration of life through rhythm. It's 8 individual characters. When people watch the show, it's sometimes down to them who they choose to follow character-wise.
Wow.
And the interaction and kind of one-upmanship between characters and the idea of finding props, seeing what sounds can be.
The performance is called Sbarky, that it means landing, an odyssey. The performance is about an odyssey from a contemporary point of view. So it's a discotheque, that is that Penelope Palace became a discotheque, and Odysseus is coming back home, he found a disco place. And so what happened inside this disco is that he can meet a lot of characters that are from mythology but are very modern characters. So it's people making different things, having different kind of love affairs, of fight.
So it's time for the What's On Guide, and it's a massive week this week. It's a really good week for the music scene as well. But there's plenty else going on. First up, we've got the special SUP month. That's stand-up paddleboarding, and that's paddleboarding, yoga and fitness almost every day at Corinthia Beach Resort until the 13th of August. Included is 1 session of SUP yoga per person, introduction to stand-up paddleboarding, and a yoga-friendly paddleboard. If you want to find out more details, whatson.com.mt.
Have you been to yoga before? Ever done yoga, Trudy?
I've never done that, or I've never done paddleboarding.
Neither have I. We shall try those shortly.
Have a bit of a go.
Now, starting tomorrow and running till the 7th is the Ashat Music Festival 2015 in Gozo. 3 nights of music. The lineup looks like this. 5th of August, The Riffs, who rocked Farson's Beer Festival, supported by the Nakara Project. On the 6th of August, Versatile Brass Band. And on the 7th of August, the world's best Dire Straits tribute show. So make sure you get one of those in your diary.
Staying in Gozo just for a moment, we also have the Gozo Musica Fest, which is on Friday and Saturday night at Ramler Fields, Shara in Gozo. And that's everything from Hannah Brown to Tribali. Don't miss that one.
Absolutely, and one of the biggest music events happening this weekend is Bob Sinclair, Cafe Del Mar, reggae, dancehall influences, one of Europe's biggest DJs playing locally on the Maltese Islands.
Oh, fantastic. Get this one in your diary. Thursday night through to Sunday is the Della Carta Wine Festival at Upper Baraka Gardens. A real do not miss. With 4 nights, there's no excuse not to make it there. It's a great festival in the most beautiful location with some of the pretty nice wines and amazing music from the best in Malta.
I'll see you there.
So that's all from us for this show. But if you want to find out about anything we've discussed today, any of the recipes that we've had, or any of the events that we've talked about, go onto our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Scene in Malta.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to search for us on YouTube, look under Brave Media Malta. Make the most of your week, and until then, ciao.
The Scene is brought to you by Tex Mex Malta.